morning, students. Today we will do the topic of dividend. First of all, the meaning of dividend. The term dividend refers to that part of profits of a company which is distributed by the company among its shareholders. It is a reward of the shareholders for investments made by them in the shares of the company. The investors are interested in earning the maximum return on their investments and to maximize their wealth. A company, on the other hand, needs to provide funds to finance its long-term growth. If a company pays out as dividend most of what it earns, then for business requirements and further expansion, it will have to depend upon the outside resources such as issue of debt or the new shares. This was the meaning of the dividend. To the objectives of the dividend policy. The first objective of the dividend policy is the effect of dividing its net earning into two parts, that is the retained earnings and the dividend. Second objective is dividend policy affects both long-term financing as well as the wealth of the shareholders. Third objective, firm's decision to pay dividend may be influenced by two possible viewpoints, that is a firm's need for funds and shareholders' need for income. Now, the determinants of dividend policy. It depends upon the legal restrictions, magnitude and trends of earnings, desire and type of shareholders, nature of industry, age of the company, and future financial requirements. Now, the determinants of dividend policy. It is the government's economic policy, inflation, control objectives, requirement of institutional investors, stability of dividend, and the liquid resources. Now we move to the very important topic today, that is the types of dividend policy. First of all, the regular dividend policy. What is the regular dividend policy? It is a payment of dividend at the usual rate is termed as the regular dividend. The investors such as retired person, widows and other economically weaker persons prefer to get regular dividends. A regular dividend policy has the following advantages. The first advantages, it establishes a profitable record of the company, creates confidence among the shareholders, it aids in long-term financing and render financing easier. It stabilizes the market value of the shares. The ordinary shareholders view dividends as a source of funds to meet their day-to-day living expenses. These were some of the advantages of the regular dividend policy. Second type of it is the stable dividend policy. First of all, the meaning of the stable dividend policy. The term stability of dividend means consistency or lack of variability in the stream of dividend payments. It means a payment of certain minimum amount of dividend regularly. It is divided into now the next three forms. The first is the constant dividend per share. That is, some of the companies follow a policy of paying fixed dividend. Just know this word, that is a fixed dividend per share irrespective of the level of the earnings year after year. Second is a constant payout ratio. It means a payment of a fixed percentage of net earnings as dividends every year. The amount of dividend in such a policy fluctuates in direct proportion to the earnings of the company. This was the constant payout ratio. Next is the stable rupee dividend plus extra dividend. Right? Now we move to the irregular dividend policy. Learn this thing. Some companies follow the payments on account of the following reasons. It can be the uncertainty of the earnings, unsuccessful business operations, lack of liquid resources, fear of adverse effects of the regular dividends on the financial standings of the company. Right? Last point, that is a no dividend policy. A company may follow a policy of paying no dividends presently because of its unfavorable working capital position or on account of the requirements of funds for the future expansion and growth. These were the types of the dividend policy. Hope you all understand it very well. Thank you.